All right. Hello and welcome to this episode of Boomer and Degen. I'm your host Biz, coming live with co-founder Andy of Crypto Hub HQ. Um, we had quite the weekend. Not just that, but there was word about a new tariff coming because of what Trump decided to do. We got now he's targeting steels and metals, aluminum. Uh, so, and how did the market react to that? I think we saw an immediate dip. And is this a buy the dip event? Who knows? But if you had family, if you have friends, this is probably a good time to just chill, hang out, have some coffee, know where your levels are, wait for the price structure or the break of structure, and when you're ready for those, make sure you play them the right way. And man, just the uncertainty, just because of these trade wars, it's unreal. But amazing times that we live in. So, Andy, how's it going? And how's your weekend? And by the way, just saw you dropped a nice video warning people about if you're about to lose and if you are losing, just put your emotions and leave them out of it. And so, if you haven't checked it out, it's live now on our YouTube. Just dropped about 2 hours ago. So Andy, how's it going? And appreciate that video. So
Good.
thank you so much.
No, you're right, you're fine. There was a reason why I dropped that video was that part of trading is understanding yourself. And you can kind of learn how to trade. You can find what people call your edge, right? The technique that works for you, right? So we've got fair value gaps and order blocks and points of control, and they do work, right? But that doesn't mean that you're always going to have a successful trade. It doesn't mean that you get the perfect setup and then you go in and then you get stopped out. And over the weekend, I had three trades. I was stopped out three times in a row. And it kind of led me to kind of want to do this video because I know that part of trading is taking losses, right? And also that every time you do it, if you're prepared to learn from it, it's just the price of admission. It's like your tuition fees that you're paying, right? But because I set my stops fairly tight, the losses are small, so one win brings all that back and more. So the psychology of understanding that when you take a trade, be happy to lose as much as you're happy to win. And it's just, you don't take that one trade as the be all and end all. You go like, I tend to go 1 month at a time, right? How have I done in 1 month rather than one trade? All right. But so this video is about that. Just a very simple look at the psychology of that.
Yeah,
And it was taken from four successful traders that were asked, very kind of white haired traders, or one of them was like me, talking about things like this, right? That fear should have no part of trading. Stress should have no part of trading, because if you're in a trade and biting your nails, you shouldn't be bloody trading,
yeah,
right? Don't. If you're worried to lose money, then that's clearly money you don't have to lose. So don't do it, right?
yeah.
So just
Well,
put money in. If you lost it, who cares, right? That's a starting point. So that's what did that video. But also because it is a very important part of trading is understanding how you react to both wins and losses, right? And the
totally.
consistency of doing it.
So what I did was, if you guys haven't checked it out, I did drop the link to the YouTube video. If you guys want to check it out, feel free. But just in the chat, if you want to take a look, feel free to click the link and do it after the stream, of course. But yeah, anyhow, it's just amazing. It's amazing to see what just my goodness, like trade wars, just one tweet, whatever this guy decides to do, if he decides to increase the tariffs, and how quickly the market can react to that.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'd like to correct one thing. It's not aluminum; it's aluminium,
Oh,
right? So I have
wow.
to say that as an
Pardon my Canadian accent, eh?
it's aluminium, right? Not aluminum. But anyways, put it on aluminium and metals and 25%. But it's 25% on top of what they already had. So if there was already a 10 on, there's another 25. So it's not just 25, right? Um, and he seems to be just shooting at the hip. And and the problem with that, I think, is that the whole world now is coming together to do pacts by themselves. And I think America is going to very quickly lose its influence if it's not careful. And in the
Well,
short term, that will massively affect the
there's
markets.
just so many other underlying things as well. Like, I mean, he's cleaning up house. You hear what he's doing with USA? Like a lot of that money that was free flowing liquidity is now being like cut off completely, and it's also tax season. I mean, there's a lot of variables here, and so you're seeing this, and you're seeing the market react to this as well. It's quite interesting.
The big winner here is China because they've been planning for this because he put trade war on them last time he was in power, right?
Yeah.
And the Chinese Asian approach, as you well know, is not like the American approach is like shoot first, ask questions after, right? Later. Whereas the Chinese approach and the Asian approach is a very long, it's a long plan. So the Chinese, I think, have been planning for this for a very long time and making strategic alliances to do trade in other countries where they say, we don't care about America. And the other thing is that the bulk of the American debt is owned by China.
Yeah.
So if China dumped that debt, right, if they just went, forget it, and dumped the debt, the dollar's in in big trouble, right? So, and I think all of the economists and around the world and the financial sector, they all know this, they all understand this. So we're going to be in a very turbulent time,
Hmm.
just because he wants to kind of come across as the big strong man. But anyway, it's he was elected by the people, and the people decided that's who they wanted, so that's who they have. And again, all we do is react to that, right? Um, so if you look at the market, short term, again, it's bobbing up and down, right? And if we go to the Bitcoin chart, there's a pattern starting to emerge here, and I don't know if you can see it directly, Biz. If I just zoom in on the day chart,
Well, is that a
um,
doji on a daily on the
right.
daily?
So what we're getting is a very much a flattening out now. We came down, and we've had
Yeah.
now 1, 2, 3, 4 days of dojis, right? The very first one ended uh, on a green doji, but and now we're sort of going up a right little bit. If we zoom out again and go to the week chart, now we've had 2 weeks of red,
Ooh.
and the last this is the new week, right? But we've had 2 weeks of red, right, so far, coming down. Whether this is the turnaround now, I'm not sure. But we have been bobbing along this POC and fair value gap for now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're on the ninth day of being in this very tight trading range. But it is holding it up. There's big wicks, people trying to take it down, people trying to take it up, but everybody's agreeing for now that this is the price, right? And it's all around this kind of fair value gap at about 96, 97,000, about where the price is now, really. So who knows? Now, when you go to the short term, you go to the 15-minute, Bitcoin's been kind of going up and down and
Yeah.
up and down now from a trading point of view. That's kind of fantastic because you go to a coin like BNX,
Oh,
and
that's been in the news lately.
has it? Why? Why has it been in the
Well,
news? Because
it's
it's
because of the
very tradable.
moves. Yeah, it's very tradable. Yeah.
Mm.
And when it moves quite significantly. So, relative
Yeah,
to how the other tokens are doing. So,
yeah. In fact, let me just see if I've got this here. Let me just. I've been playing around with some new alerts. Let me see if there's anything comes into this one now. Um, this okay. T fuel cookie. This new alert is goes back in time. Uh, on the 15-minute chart, I've done this, but what its job is to find those coins that don't care about Bitcoin's movement as much over the last about 15, was it 15 days or whatever it was of candle. So which coins are kind of going in a bullish upwards where they go, I don't care what Bitcoin's doing, but I'm going this direction, right? And then the bearish one, I've got the sort of bearish one that says, right, well, we don't care what Bitcoin's going, but we're going down, right? So I'm playing around with this new alert, and it kind of goes in line with. I'm going to let me click off here. It goes in line with outperforming BTC or underperforming BTC. It goes in line with rising when Bitcoin is falling. Extra confluence, really. But it's kind of interesting that if you do the bullish one, which got zero results when I did it earlier, right? So, but now it's got like T fuel. I don't know if we can trade T fuel
I
on
just
Bing
saw
X, but
T Fuel come along the bottom ticker with a 23% move to the upside.
there you go. That's saying that I really want to call this the FU Bitcoin channel if I do release it, right? Uh, but this is like just finding those coins that are going, Bitcoin, we don't really care. Now, the thing is that with this, that they only do this for a certain length of time and then they go back in line with Bitcoin, right? But there comes a point where you can find these coins. I don't know what XNO is, but let's have a look at that as well.
Oh, that went up 15%. It's
Yeah,
funny.
there
I
you
mean,
go.
a lot of these coins that you're pulling up now, I'm seeing them come across the bottom line ticker.
I know. That just goes to show these queries be good. Cookie again, another one which we can actually trade on Bing X, or I can trade. So that's because of that big spike. Look, that had a huge spike.
Wow. Yeah.
That like 38, 39%. So that sometimes you get a false positive because you get a huge spike, right? When you do these alerts. I could probably filter them out. But anyway, I've been playing around with these. But if you look at some of these coins, BNX has been a very tradable coin. And even when
Mm-hmm.
it kind of moves like this morning, I was busy doing the video and stuff, but that was like a 15% move, right? Now I only can do 12x on this particular coin, but that's okay, right? When you're getting big moves, 12x means that your stop loss can be slightly larger when you get less losses because it's only 12x, not 20 or 30x, right? But you still get reasonable wins when you win. But that's been a very, very tradable coin all weekend. But yeah, I did some trading over the weekend and then got stopped out just 3 times in a row, right? It's like everything looked good, and then the moment I did it, that either Bitcoin went down if I was going long, and or Bitcoin went up if I was going short. So, but again, you just it's more in the round what's going. You know, are you winning, not losing, which I am. So that's the main thing, and so that drove the video of people understanding, you know, if you know and you've tested. In fact, how do you know if you've got an edge? How do you know if your strategy is working? You have to take trades, and if every trade was a losing trade, you might want to think again, right? But if you've got more winning trades than losing trades, let's say you took 20 trades and 5 of them were losing. Now normally they might be spread out among your wins, but if all 5 came first, the first 5 trades you took were all losing trades, you might stop. You might doubt yourself and stop, whereas you've now just missed out on 15 winning trades. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's about managing that psychology in your head
Yeah.
and understand it's just part of the game.
Well,
Just a game.
risk risk management is a huge part of it as well. So,
Oh,
I think several times we talked about 40x and things like this. Like if you're gonna really pull off 40x, it's like you gotta really know where your levels are at, where
that's right.
where the turn can turn bad quick, and so that way you'd want to set your stop, and
And that's
also
really important, right? These putting these on,
yeah.
like whatever targets you're going for. Like let's say you just do 3%, right? So these normal traders, stock market traders, tend to go for a 3-to-1 ratio, right? Risk reward. Now crypto, you can go for more, but like this is like 9.86. So if you did a 3-to-1, you'd be down here. You'd only need this much profit before you could get out, right? But with crypto, you can get more. But putting these on and then opening this up and understanding this, right? Understanding you put that this stop loss price in your exchange, it will tell you this. If you get stopped out here, it'll be this much. Allow a few percent for slippage. And as I said before, if it's more than 5% of my capital, I either lower my leverage, right, or lower the amount of the trade until it gets beneath it, because you want to minimize your losses, but at the same time, don't be scared to go in. That's the main thing, right? Don't be scared to take that trade. It's very easy to sit. We've all missed trades, right, where we go, I'm not sure, and then boom, it goes, right? So be happy to take the loss, right? Be happy to take the loss, and you learn from it. But Carver's been another one that's been very tradable, right?
Carve.
That's been
Oh no, that's K, right?
Kava,
Yeah.
Carver. Yeah.
Kava, yeah.
And RPL over the weekend was also another belter.
Ooh, is that
Uh,
butting right up against a trend line?
yes, well, it's been doing it for a bit. If I go here, as you can see, it's been bobbing down this trend line and then just trying to get above it and trying to get below it. So if I delete that line now because I don't need it, but yes, you can look here and say, well, I'm going to go in, and then you've been getting trades that are like 8%, and it's just been going up and down like that.
Mhm.
Um, but whereas you go to the higher time frame, the 4 hours, you see kind of the level it's going to. You can go, well, okay, on the 4 hour, there's the level. Let me just put that in white, and then I go back down to the 15 minute, and you can see it clearly, right? That's the top of a fair value gap on the 4 hour. So you kind of it's helping you understand where your entries should be, right? And that's what fair value gaps and order blocks are really good for, right? So again, if you were going to go long here earlier, you probably going slightly above it, the block, and then you'd put your stop loss sort of there, right? And then you'd put your exit. I don't know. That's 8%, you'd probably just go have to say halfway, right? That's SOLV crossing up.
Oh,
Um,
that was our
it's
flavor
not.
for last week.
That was, and it must have been an alert I still had in.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's why.
Ooh,
Yeah.
break of structure.
Uh, oh, yeah. Break of everything. Hang on a minute.
Oh, that was
So,
nice. If you extended that downtrend all the way out, it probably
so
tapped it. Yeah.
oh, it's tapped it. Yeah. So now if we go back to the 15 minute, you can see it's definitely gone in. Or probably I could make that a bit more accurate. It's come down to retest it and gone back up again. If I make that the hour chart, oh yeah. So if if you take it to the top of the candles there rather than the wicks, then you can probably see that it's retested it. Oh no, I've gone the other way, haven't I? But anyway, yes, it's just
Well,
shot through
sometimes
it.
when you play around with different time frames, it doesn't really fully adjust
No, it
the
doesn't.
trend.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, trend lines can be. I mean, in theory, actually, the trend line was down here like this, right? So it's already broken out of it. So yeah, but that's a definite breaker structure. If on the hour chart you can see that there, right? Fair value gap break of structure here. So there's a good chance it'll come back down and then go back up. So, but yeah, that was just one of my old alerts. I think I was trading last week and I must have forgotten that I'd set it in. Because what I do every morning, as I've mentioned, I
Mhm.
clear out my alerts, right? And in fact, let's go look at what we have, because let's look at now rather than last week. Pendlebury RPL, was that RPL? Yeah, this is this one again, right? That's the same coin. This one
Oh
that we
yeah,
were
yeah,
just
yeah.
talking. So RPL has a reasonable, not too big, bullish fair value gap on the 15 minutes. It's only small breaker structure. It's only this one. It's not very big. Hang on a sec. Um, but yes, so that is, that probably will come back down to there. And if Bitcoin continues to go, you might be able to get a small entry and then just take it up to say there. And that could be like 4.5%. So, so that because Bitcoin has actually been up and down today, like up, down, up again, right? And
Yeah.
now it looks like it's going to go down again, doesn't it? It's
I
in this.
just saw something on Glassnode about there was a lot of there was 100x leverage positions that were getting liquidated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they actually sent a tweet out about it.
Let's have a look. 100x. Somebody went in on 100x.
I mean, it wasn't just some; it was a lot, and there was quite a bit that got of liquidity that got sucked out on that pullback off of the news with the tariffs.
Was that on BTC?
Yep.
Okay, so let's.
Longs got liquidated, so.
Volume, long short, long.
Here, right here.
What's happening? It's gone on to OKEX for some reason. I just clicked that long button and it went to OKEX for some strange reason. Yeah, well, I mean, people are.
They brought up this chart. I just sent you the link to that, but it was like a heat map, and then they circled it in.
Hang on a sec, because that's going to go to my other browser on my other monitor. Let's bring it in here. Oh yes, right. You can get to that heat map. All right, let's have a look. So BTC 100x long got liquidated. Wow.
I mean, that's the thing, man. I you gotta be worried because like this data, the worst part about being on chain, I mean, it doesn't matter even if you're not on chain, if it's all centralized. The problem is that they know exactly what your price, where your liquidation points are. It's crazy. Like even the stop losses, like I've been saying before, like I get sketched out now setting my stop losses because I feel like they just target it almost all the time. And so,
yeah, well, I say to you though, on the exchanges, they're not in the order book until they fire, right?
yeah, but I'm sure they must have like a level 2 data or something like that where they don't, and then there's market makers that understand that, and like
I watched 2 videos from large traders, right? That trade, they're not, you wouldn't class them as they weren't retail traders. They were working in the stock exchange, and they were asked a direct question: do institutions chase your stop losses? And they laughed out loud and said, no, of course not. Why would the institutions be interested in your retail stop loss? They've got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, but then the thing is, there's so many fish in the sea, and if everybody's targeting, because if everybody knows how to trade, everyone's knowing what price levels are at what are or where, and I mean, it's not hard to figure it out if there's a consolidation of where this, like a range of where most of the stop losses are. It's like, well, let's just drive the price down and trigger these things, and then when there's no more, when all the buying and selling is exhausted, then the price tends to go the other way. And
but that's why I say to you that I wait for this kind of, it goes up, it comes down, it goes up. That's why I'm saying I'm waiting for that. It's getting higher lows every time it comes down. So you can just sit and wait, right? Now, sometimes it means you miss them. And this is what I'm saying about don't be scared to go in. Yes, sometimes you will be stopped out. I'm not sure they're chasing your stop loss, because what I do is I've not even placed an order at this point, right?
yeah,
It's ready, but I've not placed it. I've not clicked a single button to tell the exchange that I'm going to take a trade. So there is no way they can chase my stop loss. Do you know what I mean? Like to try stop me out, because I'm just waiting. This is now coming up to the entry that I said,
yeah,
and it seems to be getting higher lows, right? So if it goes up above my entry and then comes back down and gets another higher low, I might take it on the way up again, depending on what this fella's doing, right? Particularly if coin is following this guy. So if I go back to the 15 minutes, this guy's just going up, right? And Bitcoin is gone right up, and now is just going up in exactly the same way, right? Exactly the same way. So, maybe it's following Bitcoin again, but that's why you need to go down to a lower time frame to do that. So you just sit and wait, right? It can get boring, right? But you just set alerts, right? I set an alert crossing up, set an alert crossing down, and then do that. But I don't think they're necessarily chasing your stop losses in the way that you think. You know, you think there's some guy sat on a massive terminal going, now then, let's fuck up Mr. Biz. We're going to take his stop loss.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I don't know. That's a kind of, that's like flat earth conspiracy stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
No, 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 no. For sure, for sure, for sure. Who knows, man? Honestly, there's too much information out there. Sometimes it's not a good thing.
like, who have you pissed off that they want you so bad?
Nah, nah, man. You know what? It's a consensus. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And let's look at our usual suspects. We've gone back up a right little bit here, just a little bit from back to 39 on Friday, I think it was. This, oddly enough, has been at 35
Oh, I thought it
for the
went
last.
up
No, it was 35 on. It's
Friday.
been 35 since the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. It's been, for 4 days, it's been at 35, which is fear. Hasn't shifted at all. Um, but, and as I say, justifiable fear, right? Because nobody's quite sure what's going to happen when Senior Trump wakes up tomorrow morning, who he's going to pick on next, or who he's going to want to try buy or
You're not
own or.
safe on the weekends, by the way. We just figured that out.
Yeah, right. Well, weekends are a crazy time to trade anyway,
Yo,
in many
man,
respects.
he shouldn't. He tweets. I mean, the guy's he doesn't sleep.
No, right. Unless he's got people doing it. It could be one of Elon Musk's 23-year-old like guys that work on that Doge thing, that he's got in there, mental. But anyway, I'm not going to get political. I have my views. I think it's obvious. But other than that, I don't want to get political. All we can do is react to what he's doing. But I think the uncertainty, oh, look, it's gone above my entry, look. But not that I'm going in now, but what I'd wait for now is a final come down into my, let me just put this alert here. I'd do crossing down, I'd stick that there, and then I would just lift it up a bit to see if it comes back under my entry, and then I'd forget about it. And then go back if it fires, right? If it doesn't fire, then I've missed a trade, who cares? Because the nice thing about these alerts are that there are always, and I mean always, more. Oh, we're saying that we've just got some more. Pendle again. Pendle was before, Pendle again. So Pendle must be doing all right. Let's have a look at that. Pendle. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is going slow. Let's go on to the 15-minute. Yeah, Pendle's. Now Pendle came in 15 minutes ago as well, right? So it's since that time, it's already gone up. So interesting coin. So yeah, so all we can do is trade the alerts, Biz. Now didn't you share some news with me? Oh yeah, oh wait a minute, was that my alert? RPL crosses down. I told you. So it's now gone back down. So what you're waiting for now is another higher low. And if you get it and it starts to go up, you might want to go in. But you keep an eye on what this is doing because it seems to be in this very tight range. Yeah, this was the news that that we've just been talking about that you shared, right? But it's in the world news. I look at the English news, I look at Al Jazeera news, and it's in all the news all over the world, right? Get ready for people responding. There'll be reciprocal tariffs coming right back at you. So it's so let's see what happens. Are you still there, Biz?
Yeah. Just absorbing this. This is just like it's not going to stop. I mean, he's just going to introduce more tariffs. He's going to clean up more shops. Look, I believe the USA thing for some reason. Well, not just for some reason. I do believe like there's been like too much government spending and things like this, and so I do feel like that's a good thing overall. But I mean, the effect it's having on the market is obviously. I think we just gotta let the market cool off from all of the news
Yeah,
and things like that because
yeah. I don't want to get
there's
into politics because this is a trading
yeah, but it
thing.
affects the price.
It it does, but the rights and wrongs of it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, I think all governments, like in Asia, the corruption is quite open,
Oh,
right?
that's
It's
true.
quite, and it starts at a very low level. In the West, they are just as corrupt, but they hide it. So they do something like this: the price of crypto goes down, and a company owned by a certain man with an orange face buys a load more. Hmm. Now, or you're Jamie Dimon, and you say, like he did back in 20, whenever it was, 2017, 16, it's a scam. Bitcoin's a scam. It goes down. Who bought them? His company did,
Yeah, that's right.
right? And so that's corruption in exactly the same way, except we hide it behind. Well, I was just giving you my point of view. It's called free speech, and that's the end of that, you know. So, but it's no different. Whereas in Asia, the corruption is very open. Well, you want to get off this? Fine. Give me a few bob here and there, and then off you go. You know,
Few Bobs,
very,
yeah.
very,
Good
very
old
open.
Bob.
Yeah. So yeah, few bob. Yeah, English, right? Um, so yeah, so that's so so we're getting alerts in all the time. Again, Cookie look. So Cookie came into that other one I was talking about. Did IIXBT come in?
Yeah, what was this new one that you were talking about here that you're working on?
It's just finding those coins that care not to join. Oh, yeah, AIXBT. Look, that came in as well.
Oh man, is
And
that still a thing? AI
uh,
coins?
well, yeah, you'd wonder, wouldn't you? But
Dude, you want to know what happened? I'm telling you right now, everyone was so gung ho about the AI, the AI agents and all that stuff, and like the rug literally got pulled from every of these AI projects after the DeepSeek thing. It hasn't really recovered, and like it
well,
took a lot of people are hurting because of that, like really hurting, like
you know,
across the board.
one of the things I've been doing over the weekend is researching free, currently free, different AI tools, and again, purely to help me prepare videos that I do or stuff like that. Right now, I actually pay for the video service when I do the AI videos that I put together, but I found this over the weekend, and it's the only word for it is it's freaking amazing, and it's free, and it's called Refusion, and
Whoa,
it's a completely unrelated, but it can generate music. Now, I've got some recordings of a song I did acoustically because I'm a musician, right?
yeah, yeah.
Songs I wrote like 30 years ago. I wrote some songs, right? But I have them on my MacBook, just the acoustic versions of those songs. You can upload them and tell it to do a cover version of that, but in rock style, folk style, Britpop style, anything you want, and use strings or bass guitar or lead guitar, whatever it is, really roaring drums, and it just does them. It's absolutely mind-numbingly brilliant, and it's free, right? So for doing music for videos, like easy. Producing the videos themselves, easy. Producing the script for the video, easy, AI. So I've been doing a lot of research on that, completely unrelated to trading. But if you're into doing anything with music, Refusion, check it out. It's free.
Dope.
So
Yeah, you also referred the other one, Quirt, and that was awesome for making memes on the fly.
yeah, so I've just done so this Quen
Or
chat,
Quen,
right?
sorry, yeah.
So I've just done two ones. I went crypto trader. I'm going to say crypto trader getting very upset when he has a losing trade, throws his phone and screams at the monitor, cinematic style, and it did this.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, that was me over the weekend. And then the opposite of that, which is he's had a winning trade and there's money coming out of his phone. Yay!
Oh, there you go.
So
Happy go
completely,
lucky.
completely free, completely free. Crazy, crazy. So in terms of content creators, incredible, right? Um,
Totally.
but yeah, so yeah, that's it really. Market now. If we go back to the day chart of Bitcoin, let's see if we are genuinely seeing something like this.
I mean, that'd be
right?
nice, that'd be nice.
But a certain person in America could put a stop to that tomorrow if he comes out with something else, right? So it's a very wary time. It's a wary time. But but we have had now since we got an all-time high was back on the 20th of January. So we've had like well over half a month, 20 days of down. So it's about time we had a major go back up.
That's true. That's true. And I
Yeah,
really like the dojis. That's all I can say. Dojis are good. It's a
yeah,
good
we've had a
thing.
lot. Yeah, we've had a lot of them. And for the first time yesterday, the green won.
Yeah,
um,
you can say so many things right now. You can say, deep sea try to take it down and it only got so far. Tariffs came in and it couldn't take it down. And
yeah,
now, if all the news came out already, I mean, what else could happen?
no, that's true, and I think, and it depends, like what happens when people reciprocate other countries now, right? But let's wait and see.
Well, there was
But
also an article that came in as well to say that not even just an article, but I don't know if you know Eric Crown. Elio Trades talks very highly of him. I mean, not just talks highly. I mean, the guy's a pretty good guy when it comes to TA and all that. But he's
yeah,
been saying like his alerts been firing off, and actually shout outs to Cryptophagia because he actually pointed it out. But he actually mentioned that that Crown said that his alerts fired off, and 17 out of the 20 times that it fires off, it usually plays out. And so he's calling that we could see some significant price action pretty soon to
I
the
think
upside.
it's inevitable. And if you come back to here, you can see that whoever's been trying to take it down has failed. Now, at the same time, whoever's been trying to take it up has failed.
Yeah.
But it does appear to be creating a rounding effect, right? Now, if you
Mhm.
look at the last time this happened here, right, we
Yeah.
had another rise, right? Not sure how long ago we can go. We can't really see many, but yes, it's definitely kind of rounding, right? So let's see, maybe this week, and it might take, and again, people expect it to go to the moon in 24 hours. It's taken us like a week, 2 weeks to come down. It might take us a good 2 weeks to a month to start seeing some recovery, right?
Mhm.
As with trading, we don't really care. We just trade what we get. But and now Bitcoin's gone very flat after having some reasonable moves this morning, my time.
Yeah.
But that's it, Biz. That's it,
Cool.
Biz. Yeah,
Dang, we've been talking for almost 40 minutes. Time
yeah. We
flies.
can. Sorry, folks. We can bang on when we get going.
Yeah. No, man. Yeah, that's good. I mean, you're seeing T Fuel come in, BNX, you're working on some new things in the background, plus dropping videos, good things are
Yeah.
happening. And, we're getting some negative news and we're seeing, I wouldn't say positive price action, but we're still seeing that the news is affecting it less compared to days prior. So, hey, I'm going to count the good signs where I can.
At this point, yeah. Like more stupidity might be priced in, but we'll see. We'll see. It depends what happens. But anyway, watch this space.
Cool,
So
cool.
yeah, so brand new week. Let's
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what happens this week.
Awesome. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. If you guys haven't done so already, give us a follow, Crypto Hub HQ. Links in the description. Come join our server. Get the alerts for free. Just show us your Twitter handle. We'll take a look. If you followed us, we'll give it access to our server. No questions asked. And so we'll see you guys tomorrow. It is a new week, so stay safe out there. And hopefully we get some good turnaround with some good price action. All right, peace out, everybody.
Happy trading, everyone.